So, hello and a very good day to all of you at Tejaswini and Tejaswini's Tarot. So, it's time for the energy guidance for this week, and this guidance will come to you from today, which is 13th of May to 19th of May. But before the guidance and announcement, we have Tejaswini's special in person sessions in Hyderabad coming up from 17th May to 20th of May. So, opportunity for in person sessions, Reiki, tarot, past life regression, neuro linguistic programming, and so many other wellness modules connected with the Indian healing system as well as New Age wisdom. You can go through the events page of section of this page, Tejaswini's Tarot, and also Tejaswini, and you can see through this event and see the kind of sessions which can be scheduled for this. We also have a Sunday special session which is about very interesting, which is about exploring past lives, and it's a group session and it's called Have I Lived Before? So it's about exploring a very different expression of ourselves. And where is this information of our different life expressions stored? It's stored, first of all, in Akasha, in the universe wide web, the internet of the universe, which holds information of everything, of all timelines, the so-called past, present, future. And in our cells, the cellular memories. And it would be interesting to access another expression of ourselves, because here is a potential where it can serve us to make our current life more abundant, to energize our future, and to help us resolve the current issues which we have brought to us in our lives from those expressions which exist somewhere in this universe, in this huge space that we are in. So, go through the event section again, because details of this session are given there, and enjoy the sessions and the opportunity for in-person work in Hyderabad. So coming to this week's card, a card which I don't like too much, but here it is, and it's the Page of Swords, Suit of Clouds, and it's called Mind. And as we can see here, I don't like the picture too much, so I'm not going to dwell too much upon it. It's a mind which is simply exploding, and it's an overthinking mind. It's thinking too much, bursting with thoughts, and it almost to the point of chaos, where the mind is not only contorting the expression of this person, his entire life expression, but also distorting the way he views reality, or how reality expresses itself to him or her. So it's a complete, it's just not being with life. So what does the card remind us of? It tells us that we are probably in too much of a thinking mode, too much of reflection, too much of dwelling on things happening and thinking too much of what is happening in our lives, and perhaps being stuck in an old mental pattern that is going round and round and round, and which is not showing any sign of shifting. It's like being in an autopilot mode. So a mind which is very restrictive, which is probably taking a tunnel, looking at things in a very tunnel vision kind of a way, very restrictive thinking, a black and white thinking perhaps, three-dimensional thinking, illusory thinking, a very physical way of thinking. I have various ways to describe it, a limited thinking. So it's A person who is in the mind, who is mind centric, who is not connected to any other aspect of himself or herself. So the card is a wake up call for all of us, an intense wake up call for breaking out of this autopilot mode. And we have a lot of cosmic energies, high speed cosmic energy period, which will see us actually being moved out of this mode. A lot of shifting, fast moving, rapid period where we would be asked to see deeper into ourselves and go beyond this very way of looking at things only with the mind, taking a break from the autopilot mode, seeing the truth, seeing the bigger picture, expanding, going beyond our mental restrictions, mental conditionings, taking a broader view of things, a larger view of things, a bird's eye view of things. Also, a card which reminds us to take care of our mental health, psychological balance, health, and our complete well-being. So it's important that we listen to the calls of connect to our body, listen to the call of the body, act upon its request, and try to be centered and be at peace with ourselves. So if we have any such thoughts racing through us, or the mind acting the way it is shown here, it's a time to take a deep breath, to be with ourselves, to be centered, to follow any natural method or technique which would help us come back to our center. And the breath is the easiest way. So, being calm, being centered, being at peace with ourselves, and out from the autopilot mode, being in the life mode, not in the autopilot mode. That's what the card tells us to do for this week. So this much for today, and we'll be back again with you next week for next week's energy guidance. So see you in the in-person sessions in Hyderabad from 17th May to 20th May. So goodbye for the moment.